Married with Children, which aired from 1987 to 1997, is one of the most beloved live-action sitcoms of all time. The Bundy family was the main focus of the program. They were a quirky and somewhat unlikable set of people, but in the end, their love for one another always came through. Above all, the unforgettable cast is what made Married with Children such a success. But what happened to the Bundy family after the show ended? Here's what the cast is doing today. Ed O'Neill as Al Bundy. Al Bundy, the head of the Bundy family, works as a women's shoe salesman before going home to his wife and children. L, who is disenchanted with life, searches for happiness in whatever way he can, including thinking back on his time playing high school football, going to the neighborhood nudist club, and driving his beloved Dodge. Ed O'Neill, today. Ed O'Neill didn't stay away from sitcoms for long, starring in the long-running series Modern Family from 2009 to 2020. Now, O'Neill is set to star in The Sterling Affairs, an FX drama based on a true story. He's also expected to reprise his role as Al Bundy in an animated Married with Children reboot. Katie Sogel as Peggy Bundy. In the 1980s and 1990s, Peggy Bundy stood apart from other television wives. Chronically lazy, Peggy refused to get a job or take care of the housework, choosing instead to watch TV or go shopping. While her parenting methods were unorthodox, she always put her family first. Katie Sogel, today. Katie Sogel had a very successful television career after Married with Children. The actress had major roles in Futurama, Sons of Anarchy, and 8 Simple Rules, while also appearing in movies like Pitch Perfect 2 and the 2017 Dirty Dancing remake. Currently, Sogel stars in ABC's The Conners, alongside John Goodman. Amanda Bearse as Marcy Darcy. The Bundys' next-door neighbor, Marcy Darcy, was Peggy's closest friend and Al's worst nightmare. A feminist and activist, Marcy rose through the ranks at her job while heading an anti-man group called FANG. Before her accidental marriage to the free-spirited Jefferson Darcy, Marcy was married to banker Steve Rhodes. Amanda Bearse, today. Amanda Bearse dabbled in acting and directing after Married with Children, though she's had few major roles in the past decade, the most notable being a small role on FX's Anger Management. Currently, Bearse focuses on making the occasional public appearance and filming minor roles in made-for-TV movies. Christina Applegate as Kelly Bundy. The eldest Bundy child, Kelly Bundy was the show's most popular character. Fun-loving and promiscuous, Kelly held a string of boyfriends each season. Known for being a ditzy blonde, Kelly was forgetful and had trouble pronouncing simple words. At school, Kelly was constantly embarrassed by her unorthodox family and struggled to improve her social standing. Christina Applegate, today. Christina Applegate stayed following Married with Children. The actress had major roles in movies like Anchorman and the 2015 Vacation reboot. Most recently, she starred in the ongoing Netflix original Dead to Me alongside Linda Cardellini. Upon turning 50 in 2021, Applegate revealed her struggle with multiple sclerosis, much to the dismay of her fans. David Faustino as Bud Bundy. Bud Bundy, the family's youngest child, often took on the level-headed role necessary to diffuse the daily antics of his parents and sister. In particular, Bud's intelligence acted as a much-needed foil to Kelly's forgetful tendencies. Hopelessly girl-crazy, Bud's personal issues usually revolved around his latest romantic pursuits, most of which were unsuccessful. David Faustino, today. After Married with Children, David Faustino ventured into the world of voice acting, with roles in Winx Club and Nickelodeon's The Legend of Korra. Faustino also made several appearances in the long-running series Entourage, where he played himself. Nowadays, Faustino hosts the Old Scratch Record radio show. Ted McGinley as Jefferson Darcy. While Marcy and Al never saw eye to eye, Al was friendly with her second husband, Jefferson Darcy. A free spirit, Jefferson was good-looking and unemployed, though some episodes hint at a career as a CIA agent. After scamming Marcy into marriage, Jefferson often complained to Al about the relationship, though they managed to make the union work. Ted McGinley, today. Ted McGinley continued his acting career after Married with Children. McGinley found roles in The West Wing, Hope and Faith, and more, even making an appearance on Dancing with the Stars before being eliminated after just the second round. Still acting, his most recent roles include The Baxters and Keeping Up with the Joneses. Keri Russell as April Adams. A recurring love interest for Bud, April Adams was a university student with an internship at Marcy Darcy's bank. Bud faced competition in his pursuit of April, who was also of interest to the captain of the basketball team, though she rejects both of them to work on a radio show. Keri Russell, today. Though Married with Children was one of her first roles, Keri Russell made a name for herself in the TV industry. Most notably, Russell starred as the titular character in the series Felicity, for which she won several awards. Now, Russell is set to star in The Diplomats, an 8-episode political thriller from Netflix. David Garrison as Steve Rhodes. Marcy's first husband, Steve Rhodes often found himself caught up in Al's latest antics. A banker, Steve's prized possession was his Mercedes-Benz. Though this marriage is solid at the show's start, Steve and Marcy ultimately grow apart before Steve divorces her and moves to Yosemite to become a forest ranger. David Garrison, today. David Garrison left Married with Children prematurely to return to theater work, winning awards for his work in musicals such as Wicked. Garrison still makes appearances on TV every now and then. Some of his most recent work includes minor roles in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and Law and Order. Dan Tullis Jr. as Officer Dan. Officer Dan was a Chicago police officer who struck up a friendship with Al. The two spent time together as members of the No May Aim group, though Dan is occasionally forced to arrest members of the group in order to keep them out of trouble. Dan Tullis Jr. today. Dan Tullis Jr. is best remembered for his role as a police officer on Married with Children. After the show, he did some work as a spokesman for a life insurance company. Now 71, Tullis is largely retired from acting and has 2 grown children. Vanna White as Coco Granowina. Helen Granowina, or Coco, was Al's high school girlfriend. Upon appearing at his work one day, she admits she still has feelings for him. Delighted at the chance to prove to his family that he once dated a beautiful woman, Al invites her home to meet them. Vanna White, today. Vanna White is widely known for her long-standing career as co-host of the game show Wheel of Fortune. White has hosted the show alongside Pat Sajak since 1982, revealing hidden letters of the mystery word as contestants guess them correctly. White and Sajak are set to continue the show through 2024. Matt LeBlanc as Vinny Verducci. Vinny Verducci enjoyed a 3-episode relationship with Kelly Bundy. Though the relationship didn't last, the smooth playboy was popular enough among viewers to land him a spot in the show's spin-off, Top of the Heap. Verducci went on to star in another spin-off, Vinny and Bobby, though this was short-lived. Matt LeBlanc, today. Not long after Married with Children, Matt LeBlanc shot to stardom with his role as Joey Tribbiani in Friends, for which he also earned his own, relatively unsuccessful, spin-off. LeBlanc's recent roles include the sitcom Man with a Plan and a co-hosting position on Top Gear.